I shared a video earlier today, and it was this elderly couple, right? And the woman, the woman, the matriarch of the family, she made like a chicken salad, and she was it chicken salad? It was something that looked good, whatever it was. So she made a chicken salad, and she called her husband over, wanting him to taste it. He came and got on camera. You know, he tasted it, and she said, or he said something's missing, needs a little spice or something. So he kissed her, right? And he was like, okay, it's perfect now. You know, she was the spice, right? Beautiful. Like, it was just, to me, that's power. That was true power. And I'm assuming that was the granddaughter there, you know, seeing her grandparents interact this way. So, of course, in her mind, she's seeing the blueprint for that longevity, right? And for balance between the black man and black woman. She is seeing it, right? And that's what power is. Power is the ability to affect change. And black love is truly black power. There is a great ability to affect change there. So, with that said, you know, I just, even when you notice, and somebody, I think it was a little comment, a little, I don't know what y'all call them, I might not be saying the right term, with a little insert there, and it was like, what did she say? The way she looked at him, the way that the grandmother looked at the way the woman looked at her husband after was like, yeah. For me, like, you can see the attraction there, that authentic attraction there. So many will say things like, we're over-sexualized. Yes, we are. Most of us are very, people are very over-sexualized, right? But sex is important. Intimacy is important, and intimacy and sex are two different things, true enough, but sex is important. It's a very important bonding, building part of, it's a spiritual part of relating, right? And you could see that. You could see that between this couple, that the chemistry was there, the connection was there. Not an attachment type of thing where there's any type of toxicity there. We don't know those people. I don't know them. But just from looking at that video, I can say they have a connection. It was so clear. She looked at that man like she was looking at him the day she married him. She still saw that young, handsome, strapping man that she married. She still saw him the same way because, again, the intimacy, the sexual attraction, the chemistry, it's all still there. So, kind of getting around to this point, y'all know I'll be all over the place, but just bear with me. When I hear people say things like, black women put so much emphasis on sex, it's always us, right? I don't want to get into the rappers and whatever they do. I don't care about that. I'm not into that, right? And I shouldn't say I don't care about it. I do care about it because I care about how it impacts the younger sisters and even some sisters my age, right? At the same time, it makes no sense for people or men in general to always say that sex shouldn't be that important. Sex is not that important. It is important. Do you think that couple that was in the video if you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. It's on the page. It's probably on all my pages. I loved it so much. I shared it everywhere. I shared it on the Moments with Mila page and both of my other pages. I shared it because it was so powerful and so meaningful for me. Just that look was so powerful, right? And getting back to my point, when she saw him, she saw love. She saw the man that she fell in love with. She saw the person that she married. The chemistry was there. And it was just whatever it was still that for her. You could see it. I mean, whatever it was. And when she walked away to go fix this sandwich, she said, I promised God I was going to see about you. Y'all. She said, I promised God I was going to see about you. She couldn't do that for somebody that she was at war with. She couldn't do that for somebody that she felt didn't value her, that she felt didn't appreciate her, that she felt didn't see her and accept her in her authentic self. She wouldn't do that if it wasn't somebody that she could be herself with, that she could wake up being the beautiful, natural woman that she was, just in her dressed nicely. She was happy. You could see that this woman was well loved, right? So, My point. I know I'm getting around the corner with it, and everywhere else. You know how women are. I'm trying to get to the point because it's just so much. I'm feeling so much from that, and I have so many thoughts right now. But all that to say, seriously, wow, that's another topic. I'm not even going to bring that up because that would take me too long to even get into. But he didn't have to fall in love with a representative of her. Because not only did she look at him the way that, like, she still saw him the way that, she did when they married. He looked at her the same way. Because she was comfortable being authentically herself. You know? Sometimes I wonder if the war is just because the war is because we're like battling something that we're not. We're all out here trying to, well, some people. I ain't trying to be nobody I'm not. I'm cool with Mila. I'm cool with me. All my flaws, I'm cool with me. I'm cool with me and improving on this model, me, right? But when women get to the point where they feel like they have to not be who they are, and I've heard sisters say, before my man wakes up in the morning, I get up, I brush my teeth. I've heard sisters say they put on makeup before he wakes up. They do a lot of stuff before he wakes up because they're so caught up in making sure that he sees, and I guess he sees the representative because that's what he's attracted to. You know, somehow men have even gotten away to being attracted to naturally, authentically natural women. You know, I won't say all men. You know, I'm not saying that. Anyway, I'm still so stuck on that video, y'all. I replayed that video so many times. It was so sweet. My grandma and my mom, I didn't know well, I knew her, but it wasn't like that. But my dad's, my mother's mom and dad, my maternal grandparents, like, they were characters. Do you hear me? But they didn't divorce. They stayed together, you know, and you know, anybody that knows Bro William, he was something serious. That my grandpa was, he was something serious, you know. And my grandma was the sweetest soul. And the balance was there. And it's like, no matter what, like literally it was death. That's the only thing that separated them. That was it. They wasn't going nowhere. And I always noticed, I never saw her wear makeup. If my cousin Janera come on here and tell me, I don't know, I never saw that woman wear makeup. I never. Do you hear me? I never saw her wear makeup. Never. So all that to say, I believe they stayed because he got what he bought. I don't want to say bought, but he got what it is in a wife, in a partner, whatever it is, he got what it is that he signed up for. She took care of him. She kept her promise to God, right? All while still being authentically herself, you know? We fight with enemies. When you can see the person in front of you, you know who they are. You can trust the person to be who they say they are. You know, that's not your enemy. Your enemy is usually somebody you can't trust. Somebody's always trying to one-up you. You know what I'm saying? And I think for some reason, and somehow black men and women have gotten to that point where there's always these, you know, I don't want to call them silly because sometimes they are very valid and necessary, but they're always in these arguments or these types of exchanges where it's like, I'm better than you, or you do this too wrong, or black women are ratchet and black men are lazy. And you know, it's just constant going back and forth instead of just trying to figure out, get back to who we are, establish our own in every way possible so that we're comfortable being who it is that we are, and we can attract people, you know, who have that type of mindset and stop getting into these false situations where, you know, people, again, they watch and they form their avatar to fit for a time until the mask has to come off, because you can only wear a mask so long. It's going to come off. It's going to come off, right? But going back to that couple, they were fully naked with each other, and you could see it. And I'm not talking about clothing. We're adults. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I think that, you know, again, just getting back to being comfortable with who we are and being ourselves, things could be more authentic.